Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're having a great day today. I feel like I'm sitting in the dark here. I have all my lights on, but I feel like I'm in the dark. So, welcome to my coffee and chat. I haven't done one for a couple of months, so we'll see what I got to chat about. Lots of interesting things have been happening to me, but I have iced tea today because it's already a fairly warm morning, a little overcast. That's why I have my blinds open on my window back here because the room looked really dark. So I am here, I am here, I am here. So good morning to everyone. Dawn and Sue and Denise, glad to have you here. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys have done well. It's been probably 2 months since I did a coffee and chat. So, we were gone on vacation for almost 3 weeks, maybe 3.5 weeks, then back out of town again, then home and back out of town, and lots of things happened in between that. So we'll talk about that. So, oh my gosh. But thank you all for being here and coming to visit with me this morning and see what's going on in my crazy world. So, we went on vacation. We just went to Texas to see our family, and we love going down there. It's such a great, relaxing time for us. Usually we just go down and spend a week, but we're all retired now, so I said, well, we'll just come down for a couple of weeks. They do their thing, we do our thing, we do things together, and it's just a very, very relaxing time going down there and spending time with them. So we really, really love it. So we were glad to do that, and we had a great time down there. Stopped in and saw my sister-in-law in Oklahoma briefly and then came home. So we knew when we came home from vacation, we had a lot to do. So that's why I had 5 weeks worth of videos up on my YouTube channel for you to watch, because I knew we were going to be crazy, crazy busy. So we got home. The day after we got home, we wanted to get our gardening done, our flowers planted, our herbs, and any vegetables that we wanted to plant. So we were getting that done, or mostly I was getting that done while Arthur was doing some yard work. And I was just finishing up, cleaning up from getting everything planted. And I was by our back deck, and he was on the side of the house that I couldn't see. And I heard this loud ow or some kind of noise, and I went running around there, and he was just getting up off the ground, said, I broke my finger. And so what had happened was he was on the ladder cleaning out the gutters, and he thought he was on the bottom step, but he was on the second from the bottom step, and he stepped off and lost his balance. Well, that part of our yard is not real wide, and our neighbor's fence is like right there. So he started stumbling backwards, was kind of falling like this and didn't want to hit his head, so he kind of put his hand up and turned into it. And when he did that, he pushed his hand so hard against the fence. I mean, he scraped up his whole arm, and then he just fell so hard onto the ground. And this finger, his pinky, was dislocated horribly, and that's all we thought it was. But they took the x-ray, and he had broken his hand right here. So off to the urgent care we go for 4 hours. Thankfully, we put ice on everything before we left, and the dislocation was horrible. It was really, really bad, but he didn't break any of the joint, so that was good. So they put it back in place and splinched him all up. I mean, wrapped him all the way up. And so he had this big splint and a sling for a week, and then he went to the doctor, and they looked at it and x-rayed it again, showed us the break, and put him in a hand splint. So he could move these 2 fingers and his thumb, but he couldn't move these 2. They were immobile in the splint, so he wouldn't cause any kind of movement on his hand. So we went back today for his recheck, and his fracture is healing good, and they gave him some wraps to put around these 2 fingers, so at home he could have the splint off and start moving these 2 fingers to try and get some mobility back in them. But when he's out and about or doing something, he has to have the splint on for another 2 or 3 weeks. So that has taken a lot of time. And in the meantime, we've gone out of town again to our granddaughter's graduation. back home, and we're going out again next weekend for my husband's 50th high school reunion. So I told him that after his high school reunion, that's it. We got to stay home for a while because I'm a lot behind. And I did sit down and do a new design yesterday, but it took me longer than I thought it should have, just because I haven't painted for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I don't know how long. I feel like it's been months now. So it did take me a while to paint that cute little cow, and I'll show him to you in just a minute. But I want to show you some things that I got on vacation. I visited Jerry's Artorama, a couple new products that's on my website, and just give you some reminder about things. But yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy couple of months here. So I'm happy to be here with you. So the first couple of things that I want to show you, let me put me up in the corner here, was my last 2 YouTube videos. Now, they haven't gotten a lot of views. I'm not really sure why, but I just wanted to bring them in and show them to you. So if you haven't seen them, maybe you could head over there and look at those videos. This one was a watercolor one that I did. It was the last one that I put up from vacation. I'm not a watercolor artist, but I really want to learn, so I decided to sit down and do a design. I just did it on a piece of scrap watercolor paper. You see, I've been playing around on the other side. And I just sat down and recorded what I was doing, and I didn't talk while I was doing it because, I don't know a lot about watercolors, so I didn't want to give information that could be wrong or lead you in a direction that is not good for watercolors. So I just did kind of a time lapse of this with some music. But it was really, really fun for me to create this, and I was very pleased when I got done, since I don't really work with watercolors. But I am very happy with how it turned out, so you might want to go check that out on my YouTube channel. It was a fun project to do. And then this one, I really wanted to show you this one because I wanted to show you the bling and stuff in it. Now, pop art is not for everybody, but it's such a great tool when you get in a painting rut, that you don't know what to paint, or you've kind of lost your interest in painting, or you're just struggling a little bit, because pop art is so easy, and you can make it as simple or as detailed as you want. That's what I like about pop art. Usually it's lots of bold colors. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun for me. I tend to try and do one every year just because I enjoy doing it, and it doesn't require much thought for me to do it because it's a simpler way of painting. So it's a lot of fun. If you've got kids who want to get into painting something, this is an easy one for kids to do. If they want to paint something really cute, you could enlarge her and make her fill the canvas more, offset her, completely eliminate the stars in the background, whatever. But this was lots of fun, super easy, so you might want to check it out. So that one's not got a lot of views, and I'm not really sure why, so maybe some of you can head over there today and give it some views. Okay, I want to do a couple of reminders here. Well, one reminder. The other one's going to be a class that I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff I got while I was on vacation. This class here is for Toll Town. Toll Town is a group, and they put out, I think, 3 lessons a month and 1 quick paint, and you can join there at tolltown.com and check out all their classes. But this is my July project for them, so if you're a member over there, and you can buy, I think you can buy just individual classes on there. So this is one of their summer classes for July, so you might want to check it out. I had fun painting this, of course. Yeah, I was happy with how it turned out. So you might want to check out some Toll Town projects over there. Okay, so let's go over some stuff that I got on vacation. I'll bring in some of this. All right, so I went to Jerry's Artorama. My sister-in-law lives pretty close to a Jerry's Artorama. And every time I go visit her, I want to go there and see, I like to see the stuff in person and see what they got, see what I want to get to try out. Sorry, I'm trying to get this heavy thing in the camera shot. Let me just wide angle, that might be easier. So I decided to pick up a few things that I don't normally pick up and give some stuff a try. Try some new things. That's me. Try some new things. So I decided to, just be wild and crazy. Now, I am going to tell you what I paid for this stuff. But today I got online and looked at their prices. And everything but one item that I bought there is way cheaper than what I paid for it. Of course. So, I mean, they were having sales the day that I went in, but online they're having some pretty awesome sales. So, one of the things that I bought that I really wanted to try with my watercolors was some gouache. I wanted some white gouache. So, I picked up this Winsor & Newton. And let's see, how much did I pay for it? I paid $21 for this tube right here. Okay? It was on sale. It was $5.26 off. So I don't know what percentage that is. But today I looked online at this exact same tube, $7.61. So I did put the link to Jerry's Artorama below and the link to a lot of these other things I'm going to be showing you. So that's much cheaper than what I paid for it. Way cheaper. I got some masking fluid. Again, this is something I want to try with my watercolor paintings when I start practicing them. This is the only thing that what I paid in the store is the same price online. It was $9.99. It was still on sale. Regular price was $18. So I don't know anything about masking fluid, but I thought, I'm going to give that a try and see how well it works. And I also wanted to try out some new pens. They had these pens there. They are Accurate pens, professional waterproof technical pen, permanent acid-free, non-fading pigment ink. So I'm going to try this in some of my ink and painting techniques that I do. I got 3 sizes, a 0.20, 0.50, 0.30. And these pens online are $2.26. I think I paid $2.88 for them. So that's a good price, and I'm excited about giving those a try. This is the only thing I didn't find on their website. I don't know if it was just a thing they had in the store. I do have an 18-inch ruler, but it's a T-square, and sometimes I just need a thin, flat ruler. So I thought, well, I'm going to grab that. I did like that I had the grayscale on it, which I loved, but I think this is more for someone who does writing. It's got proofreading marks and font sizes and things like that, but it was a good size for me, and it's very flexible, so I can do a lot of things with that ruler. I picked up some of their canvases there, and I just wanted a different size that I look around at Hobby Lobby and places like that to try and find canvases, and I buy a lot of my canvases actually on Amazon. But this size I saw it was a 6x12. And I thought, well, I am going to give that a shot. Now, when I got online today, they did not have 6x12 in this particular brand, which is Creative Mark. Online, it only went up to 6x6, which I thought was different. So I can't give you a price of what they would be online because they didn't have them. I paid $1.86 each for these, which I thought was pretty decent. So I am excited about trying this size canvas. And I also got there a new gray palette that I've never tried. My standard go-to palette is this one that I get on Amazon. This one on Amazon is $9.05. Okay? Now, I paid for these two, I paid $10.11 each. So I paid a little bit more for these. I wanted to try them, different brand. These only have 40 sheets. These have 50 sheets. Now, when I got on Jerry's Artorama online, the Gray Matters one, they did carry it on there, but they didn't have it in the store. It was $4.79 on sale. And this one was on sale for $5.24. So if you're needing some stuff from Jerry's Artorama, today is the day. I did link everything that I bought down there on their website so that you can check it out and see if there's anything there that you want to get. But yeah, so I found some good finds, good stuff to try. I wasn't disappointed in what I paid for it. I felt like I did okay because almost everything was on sale that I purchased in the store. Just when I got online today, much bigger sales. So, you know, if you're interested in Jerry's Artorama, check that out. It was a fun store to go into, so I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, a couple of, let me show you something else I got on when I was on vacation. I got this at IKEA. It's just a little container, but it's got dividers in it, and I was needing something to have something where I could quick access certain things. I had them all around my table, and I was like, oh no, that's in that direction, that's in that direction. So if I can put them in one particular spot, that makes it so much easier. So I got this little basket thing at IKEA, and the turntable that it's setting on at IKEA, I'm sure all of you have seen this little turntable. The other stuff on here I've had for a while, but I wish I could find some more containers like these. They hold my watercolor and my Derwent pencils, but I have other pencils that I would like to put in there. And so this is just a container that I got at Walmart, an office supply container, but I keep all my lead to refill my pencils in. So yeah, I needed that on my on my table here really badly. Okay, let's see. What else did I find on vacation? Oh, one other thing I found at IKEA was this little ice cube tray. Now, I do have some other ice cube trays that are longer and they have round holes in them. They're not very tall. But when I saw this, I knew exactly what I wanted to use it for. I'm going to start doing, hopefully, some plein air painting. And I want to just take basic primary colors, a white, a black, maybe like a raw sienna or something, you know, and red, blue, and yellow, and, you know, create my own colors and stuff and start, you know, doing some plein air painting. So this is going to be perfect for me because I want to do my plein air painting with my Traditions paints. So I can put my paints in here. My Traditions paints I don't want to waste. They cost a little bit more, but they are such a good paint. So you can get those at Deco Art if you're interested, and there is a coupon code down below. It's good until the end of June, and then in July a new coupon code will come out, so that will be up there. But I want to put my paints in here. I can spritz them with some water and store them in the refrigerator till I'm ready to go, and they'll stay fresh that way. So yeah, I was so excited to find this at IKEA. Not really something I expected to find there. All right, so I did go also to the Hobby Lobby by my sister-in-law's and found some round canvas panels. Where did I get the containers for the pencils? I got these at Palooza. Okay, Palooza. I don't know, a couple years ago maybe. Ronnie Marks had them in her booth, and I really like them. They have this little cup holder thing that they hold in, so you can just pull out the whole thing, and so they'd be good for paintbrushes too. And then just set it back in there. They are super, super cute. I do not know where she got them. I would love to have a couple more of them, but that's all I have. But that's where I got them, Ronnie Marks. So if you know Ronnie Marks, you might ask her if she has any of those really cute pencil holders, paintbrush holders, whatever they are. I'm not sure what exactly they're for. They're probably more a pencil holder than a paintbrush holder, but they would work well for a paintbrush holder because the paintbrushes would not come all the way to the top, so you wouldn't have to worry about them getting bent. So, super cute container. I really, really like these containers. I've looked on Amazon and they don't have anything like it, so I don't know where she got them, but I sure would like to know. All right, so I found these at Hobby Lobby. You know, I always like to go into other Hobby Lobbies just to see what they have different. Maybe they have something different than my Hobby Lobby carries. Who knows? But they had these round canvases, and they were on sale, these round canvas panels. And I do love to paint on round canvases. These can take the place of a plate. If you're doing a class that you need like a 10-inch plate, then you can use a 10-inch canvas. So 10-inch round canvas. So I think they're going to come in super handy for some things that I want to do and some new designs that I want to create. So I'm looking forward to these. Painting on these, they were, I felt like a pretty good bargain. $4.49, regularly $7.99. And this one was $3.29, regularly $5.49. And I got this one for $2.49. It was regularly $3.99. So I was happy with that. Very happy. All right, so let me show you a couple of new products that are going to be on my website. The first one is this tray. Let me show you the difference between this one and a regular tray. Palette. This is a palette tray. Palette. So this is the standard size, which is pretty close to the size of a palette pad. So I found these, and I only bought a limited quantity of these because I didn't know how well they'd sell. But for me, the first thing that popped into my head is watercolor painting. You know, this can be good for watercolor painting. Now, as you can see, I cover mine with Glad Press and Seal, so I don't have to peel off paint. But this one is peelable, just like this one, you know, with your acrylic paints. You can put just plain plastic on here. You don't have to do Glad Press and Seal. Glad Press and Seal does leave a sticky residue on your palette. So, you know, you have to continually cover it up with that, or, you know, put some rubbing alcohol on it and let it set on there and then clean it off. That's what I've done to clean it whenever I need to clean the residue off. I just use rubbing alcohol, put it on there, leave it, let it set for a while, and come back, and it comes off fairly easy. But this is a much smaller one, a little bit longer than half this size, but I absolutely fell in love with this size of a palette. When I'm doing a project where I have minimal colors, a lot of times I don't use a whole sheet of palette paper or want to get this out and replace the whole plastic on here when I'm only using half of it. So this for me is going to be an excellent option for a palette. So I've got these up on my website. I think they're only $2.50, I think, is all I put them on there for. I only have a limited number of them. I could have bought a lot of them, but I didn't know how they would go over, so I didn't want to overstock on these. If I see that they're going really well, I might see if my sister-in-law can go get me some more where I got these, and see if they have any left, because they were, you know, there was a few left, but I didn't want to take them all. All right, so here is the other thing that I've been trying to get in on my website, but we've been gone so much, like I don't want to order them in because I don't want them to be delivered while we're gone, and so I ordered them so they would be delivered after we came back from vacation, and they still got delivered while we were on vacation, so I had to have my neighbor come and pick them up. But yeah, these are on there now. My favorite heat tool. I'm sure a lot of you use this heat tool, and I only bought a certain amount to see how they would go over. If you have not ever tried this heat tool, it's the one that I use. Here's mine. I use it all the time. It's got a little bit of paint on it, but not too bad. But I love it. It's quiet. It does the job. Heat tools are excellent. You can use a blow dryer too. Heat tool will just dry it quicker. You do have to be careful when you're using a heat tool not to get it in one spot too long. And it's going to heat set your paint immediately. So if you're the kind of person that likes to go back and maybe erase something that you painted, if you use a heat tool on it, you're not going to be able to do that because it's going to set the paint like immediately. And you also have to wait for your surface to be cool before you paint on top of drying it with a heat tool, because the paint will immediately start drying. And if you want to have time to move it and use that paint, then you know. But I absolutely love my heat tool. I just couldn't do without it. There's lots of places that you can buy them, so, you know, I have them now on my website, lonnalamb.com, if you want to check them out. All right, I've got a class coming up. Let's see. This class, Santa. This is going to be an art room to create class. It's a 4-hour class. I believe the class will be $35. I don't know if she has it up on the website yet. This was one I submitted to Palooza, but wasn't selected, and I was trying to decide what to do with it. Do a Zoom class, submit it for another convention, submit it for a magazine. I didn't know. So I hadn't done anything for Art Room to Create yet, and so I thought, well, I'll just use this for one of their classes. So this will be a class for them. There'll be a little bit of prep work involved. I mean, you obviously got to paint the entire surface black. There'll be a little bit more than that to be ready for class, but I think it's going to be fun. Look at that Santa face. Isn't he so cute? Tried to make the hat look like felt instead of, the smooth texture that you usually get on a hat. I think I got that, and whether I can repeat that or not, who knows? Who knows? But I try to do a new Santa every year, and this one is super, super cute, I think. And I actually drew him up last year and never got around to painting him, so I decided to paint him on this plate. Now, this plate you can get at Pinecraft Ink. Let's see if I have their link on here. I do have it below. Pinecraft Ink, this is their 10-inch scoop plate. I think it's $10. It's $12.29 if you want the exact surface. But you can paint on the round canvas if you have the round canvas, like the one I got at Hobby Lobby. Same size, 10-inch. So you can use that. But this will be a class that will be coming up soon. It's July. The class will be in July, I believe. No, September. I can't remember what date. Did I put it? Oh, I have it right there on the screen. September 21st. There you go. 4-hour class. And I believe it's $35. Going to be $35 for the class. So if you want to paint a really cute Santa, you might want to check that class out. Okay. Let's go over some Palooza classes because my numbers are filling up. So, let me get this old-fashioned Santa off the screen, if I can find there it is. I have so many links down below here that it's like, okay. All right, we'll bring this one in. And this one is Holiday Cheer. Okay, let me get OKC up there. All right, so here's the website to check it out. OKCPaintingPalooza.com. All right, so this class here, I have roughly 12 to 16 spots left for this one. I could probably go up to that 16 point on top of what I've already got. So if you're interested in this class, this is a Sunday, August 13th class, 2 to 9 p.m. It is a 6-hour class. Lots of good stuff to learn on this one. I think you'll enjoy it, but I just want to let you know how many spots I got left because my other 2 classes are filling up much faster. So, if you're interested in this beautiful holiday cheer, check that out. Okay, that one is Sunday. I don't remember which class is on which day, so we'll take that one off and put the pig class up here. It is Wednesday, August 16th. This one has 10 spots left in it. So if you are interested in my pig, he started filling up super fast. He is a cutie. So I don't have anything prepped for my classes yet. I did get some packets printed off for it though, for 2 of them. The other one I still have to write the packet yet, which is so not like me. Usually when I paint it, I write the packet at the same time so that exactly what I just did, I have, in my packet. So the other one that doesn't have the instructions written is the one I just showed you, the holiday cheer. So I've got to repaint it so that I don't even have pictures. I just painted it and sent it in. So I've got to repaint it, take pictures, and write the packet. So I don't have it done. So that one's got 10 spots left. This one here is filling up super fast. All right, let's take the pig class off, and we're going to put the strawberry class date on. This one has 9 spots left, and it's the one that I gave the highest count that I could take in it. So it's got 9 spots left. This is 11 by 14 size canvas. Sue, I'm doing OKC in person. Is OKC doing Zoom classes? I don't know if they're doing Zoom classes. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know if they're doing Zoom ones, but my classes will all be live, so you can come and join me and meet me and paint with me, and you might get the one I painted, because I always give it away in class. I do not need to bring home extra paintings. So usually the one that I paint in class, I draw a name, and somebody gets to take it, not me. I am so happy to give it away. So this class has 9 spots left. So I wanted to remind you of all of these classes in case you are thinking you're on the fence about taking a class, you don't know. Yeah, just head over to okcpaintingpalooza.com, sign up for your classes there, and yeah, I love painting fruit. So this one, and I loved how the water turned out in this. I'd never painted water like this before, so it'll be a very, very a class where you will learn a lot. So it's going to be a fun one. All right, so now to this guy. Let's zoom in on that cute little face. A look at him. Isn't he so adorable? I just love him. I just love him. I think he's so cute. I've named him Red, White, and Moo. I do have the instructions typed up for the packet, but I don't have any pictures plugged in, and I have the video to edit and all that stuff yet. So I'm really hoping to get him up on my website, the packet, before we leave this weekend. So yeah, I've got to edit all the photos and get the photos plugged in to the packet. But yes, he is so cute. Denise, if we have a time conflict, can we come and buy the pattern? Are you referring to Palooza? Because I'm not sure how that works. If you buy more than one class at the same time, you'll probably go to one and just get the stuff for the other one. I'm not sure. That'd be something to ask the people at Palooza. I'm sure they have a way to contact them. But that is a good question to ask. I do not have an answer for it. Water effect is awesome. Oh yes, on the strawberry. Yes, that. I loved that, how it turned out. I didn't know if I could paint it, but I certainly loved how it turned out. And yeah, I hope everyone that takes the class finds it fun and easy to take. Yeah, Zoom would be amazing if they did offer it, but I don't know if they do. I think during the COVID, I think a couple of teachers that lived in different countries, they did maybe some Zoom classes with them, but I don't know if it's something they're still doing or not. I'm just looking back through my questions here. Yes. Okay, answered the one about the containers. Just a tip for masking fluid. Put a teeny tiny drop of blue into it to make it off-white and easier to see where you've placed it on your paper. Very nice tip. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. Since I'm a newbie to all that, I appreciate any tips you can give me. Um, Denise says, interesting when I saw your notice about this last night, as I am painting one of your designs right now that I brought back from OKC. Oh, okay. I wonder which one you're painting. Any questions, you just message me and I'll help any way I can. Am I in my new place? No, we don't have a new place yet. That's another thing. I feel like we're never going to get to move. We still are looking for a house. I'm getting very disappointed at this point. Houses are very slim pickings, and for what we need, it's just a struggle, and I'm really getting discouraged. So it's going to truly be by the grace of God that we find a house anytime this year. Now, my husband and I went out looking for a new car, whether it be new or used. Used ones had so many miles on them. It's like, we should just buy a new one. So buying a new one is not easy nowadays because most car lots don't have cars that you can buy right off the lot. They've got to be, they have to be allotted to the car lot, and they don't know what they're going to get and when it's going to come in. You know, it's the most frustrating experience right now to buy a new car. So I'm like, well, we should just really concentrate on a used one that has low mileage so that we don't have to deal with all this new car stuff, because we found one that we liked, but it'll be the 15th of next month before they get their allotment of what they can have, and whether they have one in that has the things that we want on it, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we were looking at a Honda Pilot. We really liked it. So if any of you out there own a Honda Pilot, let me know what you think of it. This will be a new one. I think they were redesigned for 2023, but at this point I'm thinking we should just go find a used car that's got low mileage that, you know, but they are so hard to find. Even the used cars are very expensive. So that's why we thought, well, we'll just go with a new one, because used cars are almost expensive as a new one, and they've got miles on them. So, you know, the frustration of trying to buy a car, frustration of trying to find a different home, it's still like frustration after frustration. So yeah, we're just not sure what we want to do because everything seems so difficult. So, you know, if it happens, it happens. And we had to set back so much stuff that we planned to do when we came back from vacation. When my husband broke his hand, you know, we were going to clean out the garage, put stuff in storage, you know, get ready for a garage sale, eliminate any unnecessary things in the house, maybe in storage, or sell them. We have a couple of new chairs that are coming next month, so he won't even be able to help with those. Thankfully, we're going to have them delivered, but you know, it's just, I feel like it's been one frustration or struggle or challenge after another. So, yes. But we will get through it all. We're hanging in there. I mean, you know, it's not like we're in dire straits. We have a beautiful home here, and we love it a lot. We've done a lot of work to it, and it's just a beautiful home. But we really want to get out of a 2-story. And I told my son, I said, I don't feel like we're going to get into a new house for a couple of years. And I said, I just want to get into one while we are still young enough and physically able to move some of the stuff ourselves without, you know, having to have someone come in and do everything for us. So, there you go. Linda, yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Denise, you're painting. Welcome to our nest. Instructions are great. So no questions so far. Awesome. That is great. I appreciate that. I tried to give as much detail on my instructions as I can without making them just too wordy, you know, because new people, you know, they kind of want to know exactly where do I put this color. So I try to make it, you know, at the best I can. So I'm glad to hear that. So Palooza would love the holiday cheer pattern. So Denise, is that the holiday cheer class? Is that the one that you're maybe going to the special event that night? Because it's the same night as the special event. So yeah, I don't know. I think you can buy more than one class on the same night. I don't think there's a restriction for that, and you just have to choose which class you're going to go to. The other class you'll just get, you know, the whatever the teacher gives for the class. So I would definitely check into that with Palooza people and ask them, but I don't, in my opinion, I don't see that there would be a problem. So, all right, you guys, that is about all I know. This cute little red, white, and moo guy will be coming up soon, and on my website. Couldn't think of it. LonnaLamb.com, you know, and my new palette and my heat tool. So check it out. I've added a few other items on there. If there is ever, I don't have all of my packets up on my website yet. So a few people have commented, sent me messages, said, I just watched this video, I noticed the packet's not on your website. So then I go in and make sure that one gets up right away. I have so many packets. It's like, okay, at some point I'm going to have to just sit down and start getting them all up there. But if you ever come across a video and the packet's not on my website, just message me and I will make sure it gets up there right away. So let me see if there are any more questions here. Let me scroll down through here. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. So yes, Denise, I would say just contact Palooza and ask them. I don't see that it would be a problem, but I'm not the one in charge of Palooza, so I can't make those decisions. I am not having a booth at Palooza this year, so that will be different for me. I am teaching the 3 classes though, so be sure and join me in them if you can. It will be weird for me not having a booth, but I needed to take a little break from that, and my inventory has gone way down since I'm not doing surfaces, so I decided to not do a booth this year because I didn't know if I would have enough stuff to fill a booth. So I'll rethink that for next year. I did want to mention one of the things, I did talk about this I think on my last Coffee and Chat, that I'm thinking about doing on my website is selling a mystery box. Now in this mystery box that I decide to put up, will have random things in it. I will not list what's in it because it's a mystery. I mean, it could be anywhere from packets to surfaces, because I still have surfaces left that I used to sell that, you know, I need to get rid of some. Stencils, tools, paintbrushes, paint, surfaces that I got from other businesses that I know I will never, never, never use. Because I don't have enough time to use all the stuff that I have. So I'm really thinking about doing a random mystery box and just filling it with stuff, and you'll be surprised when you get it. So tell me what you think of that. I know I mentioned it at my last Coffee and Chat, and I just think about it every day. I got to start pulling stuff out for the mystery boxes, but I got all my Palooza stuff kind of everywhere over here. So it's like, I've got to get the Palooza stuff done before I start another project. So yeah, give me your thoughts on that, because I really would like to start clearing some stuff out. Especially if we ever get the opportunity to move. I don't want to be packing up unnecessary things that I don't think I'll ever use. And I figure you guys would appreciate them more than putting them in a garage sale. So, Dawn wants a mystery box. Ooh, yay. So, yeah, and I think it will be a lot of fun for everyone to, you know, open up a mystery box. I don't know what size of mystery box I'm going to do yet. That's going to be the thing, picking out the size that I want to do, because, you know, the shipping will be so expensive on a mystery box for what I intend to put in them. So I'll have to figure that out, how I can do a different shipping just on that box, so that I can, you know, maybe get it in a flat rate box. Even flat rate boxes are very expensive to ship now, I feel like. So that's going to be the biggest expense right there. I mean, I already lose money on my shipping every time. So It's not a big thing for me. I just put it in as a loss at the end of the year because there's no way you guys would be paying enormous amounts of shipping if I had it up to the rate that I am charged. So yeah. So, and I don't want you to have to pay more than what you have to pay already. So I'll take that loss for you. All right, so I think that's about it for me today. I don't see any more questions that I need to answer. It has been so great being here with you guys today. 2 months, too long to go between coffee and chats, but it's been crazy busy, and you can see why. You can totally understand why. But our last out-of-town trip will be this weekend for a little while anyway, until I told my husband until I can feel like I'm a little bit caught up and I can breathe. So you want my craft room so organized and beautiful. Can that be in the mystery box? I wish. Yes, my craft room, I'm extremely proud of it. Most of you know, my husband and I built all those cabinets, the lower cabinets behind me. I designed them, and my husband is, we both work in wood, but you know, he can figure out all the numbers. I'm not a numbers person, so I put the measurements down and tell him what I want, sizes I want, everything, and then he does all the math. You know, we cut the wood together, we put it together, we paint it together. It's really fun. I love working in his shop with him. I used to do it a lot, you know, many years ago, and I kind of miss that. So when we were able to do that, that was a lot of fun. And I love them because they're each individual cabinets. The piece that's on the top is just a piece that sets on there to make a solid top. But if I ever move and it won't fit, I can take them out and move them to wherever I want them. So that's the reason I designed it that way. Now all of my upper cabinets, which I have behind me and up here, they're all IKEA clearance. So, which we got incredibly cheap when we bought them. When I was at IKEA, their clearance stuff was not near as cheap as what we bought these cabinets. So I was very happy that I got my cabinets when I did. Of course, I've had them for quite a few years, but yes, I love my studio, and I do try to clean it every day that I'm in it. When I'm done for the day, my table gets cleaned, my paints are put away if I'm done with them, my brushes are all washed, everything is put back where it belongs, so that when I come in the next morning, it is fresh and ready for me to go. I don't feel like I'm climbing over things to do, you know, to get out of the way, oh, I started that project and I never finished it. So a project gets finished when it gets started on my paint table now. So if I start it, it gets finished, and then I move on to the next one. So yes, IKEA does rock. I love IKEA. I wish we had one in our town, but we don't. We have one that's about 3 hours away in Kansas City, and one in St. Louis that's about 3 hours and 45 minutes away. So it's not like they're far away, but it sure would be much better if there was one right here in my town. So all right. I think that is it for me, and I am going to start working on Palooza stuff. Well, actually, I'm going to try and get this cow packet done, because I've started this and I want to get it finished. So and then I'll work on Palooza stuff. So thank you guys for stopping in and having a wonderful coffee and chat with me, although I had iced tea today. And I hope you have a wonderful and blessed remainder of your day, a wonderful and blessed week, and whatever you're doing for the weekend, I hope it's lots and lots of fun and enjoyable pleasure. So I'll see you guys soon, and head over to, well, if you're on YouTube, you're already on my YouTube channel, so check out all my videos, close to 300 on there, you guys. So check them out. Subscribe if you have not subscribed, because I appreciate you and I really need subscribers. So head over there and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I don't know when my next YouTube live will be, but I'm working on some ideas. I'll get back into that as soon as I can, you guys. So got any ideas, throw them out to me. I'll